house. But when the plumbing goes, you've got real trouble.
I've got a leak in my garage.
Jenny's got a leak in her water heater. But it's a leak we created, and it's not at all serious.
Is there anything currently wrong with this hot water heater?
Not at all. There's nothing wrong with it.
Mark Giebelhaus is a licensed plumber in Phoenix with over 30 years in the business.
Well, it's an excellent unit. It's 3 years old. It's virtually a brand new heater.
We asked Mark to create a common problem that any legitimate plumber should be able to figure out.
If you can see, there's some water here right now.
All he did was unscrew this nut to create a slow drip.
We just loosened this nut a little bit so that the water would seep out.
And all you'd have to do to fix it is tighten the nut. It takes about 10 seconds.
If the technician is doing his job, he's going to check these connections as a first thing.
It looks like my water heater is leaking in my garage.
So will the plumbers Jenny calls be able to diagnose the problem and fix the drip? Or will it be Jenny's bank account that gets drained? Here comes Adrian with No Worries Rooter.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good.
Jenny.
Adrian, very nice to meet
Adrian,
you.
come on in.
Check it out. It's electric, 50 gallons.
Jenny heads inside, leaving Adrian alone in the garage. But Adrian doesn't try to diagnose or fix the problem. Instead, he walks around in circles for a while, chatting on his cell phone. Apparently, he's already made up his mind.
He did no diagnosis.
Diagnosis whatsoever.
You need a new water heater.
I need a new water heater.
Yeah. So I just called my guy.
Yeah.
I have one in stock, and it's exactly like that.
Why would a plumber call somebody about a new water heater before he's even diagnosed the problem?
He should not. Obviously, he shouldn't.
Adrian says if Jenny wants hot water, she has no other choice.
So this is a must-do right now.
Well, it's definite.
So how much will it cost?
Just the water heater total for everything plus installation, $760.
$760.
$760 to replace a water heater that works just fine. It's time for me to have a chat with Adrian.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
So what do we got going on?
Water heater that's leaking.
Can you tell where the leak is?
I can show you.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Okay, cool.
All right. So this is a water leak here.
Right.
Usually this is an indicator that this is a leak. So once it starts
So the water
heading
means
here,
that there's a leak.
And Adrian says there's another problem. He says the leak has caused the inside of the tank to corrode.
usually once these start corroding and it starts going through the water here, it affects the cylinder.
Remember, all that really needed to be done was to tighten this nut.
What would you bet me that I could fix this in about 2 seconds?
Show me.
Okay.
So you brought me out here to fix this yourself?
Well, I brought you out here to see what you do because there's something you got to know. I'm Chris Hanson with Dateline NBC. Mm-hmm. And we're doing a story on the quality of work repairmen do when they come out to the house. You came in, you barely looked at the thing, you walked on in circles, and you called your guy to try to get a brand new water heater. The way that appears, that makes it look like you were trying to sell our Jenny a water heater she didn't need without doing any diagnosis on the water heater itself.
I'll be honest with you, but once a water heater goes bad from corrosion, there's no hope for it. From my expertise, I'll be honest with you, this is what I see. There's corrosion right here. If you could bring this camera down here.
Of course, there is no corrosion. Our expert says what Adrian is pointing out is just dirty water.
And there's no way a plumber could look at this and say, oh, there's corrosion down below. You need to replace
Absolutely not.
So why wasn't Adrian able to figure out the problem? Here's one possible clue.
Adrian, are you a licensed plumber?
I am not.
You are not.
No, I'm not.
Why do you not have a license?
I lost my job with Wells Fargo, have a baby girl, had to start my own business. I had to rely on something that I knew what to do, and that was plumbing, drain cleaning business.
But the reality is, you told her something that you...
The reality is, to make your story look really good, is that I'm unlicensed, okay? And you want to make this story look like I'm the criminal here, when in fact, I'm here just trying to make a living.
As Adrian heads to his car, he tells us he should have seen this coming.
This should have been the big indicator right here, this bike. The infamous bike laying on the car.
Why is that infamous?
Because I watch your shows, And every time there's like some type of setup going on, there's like this real crazy bike. I don't know. I'm a big fan though. Right?
All right, man.
Well,
We're not sure what he means, but we appreciate the fan. These three plumbers are with a company called Drain Pro.
It's got a leak.
Is the electric turned off? No. Okay, let's go turn it off.
I don't know.
Again, none of the servicemen seem to do anything to diagnose the problem. After chatting for a while, this technician named Don delivers the bad news. The water heater is shot.
Okay, and this one personally cannot be fixed. This one.
No, it's leaking out of the actual tank itself.
And Don the plumber says a leaking tank can be very dangerous.
Oh no.
Once that water starts flowing like that, it could literally explode because of the pressure on the inside.
Did you say explosion?
Yeah, they can explode, absolutely, yeah.
Like
blow up, yeah.
Oh God, you're kidding.
Again, all it was a loose nut.
Oh, that is not good.
It wouldn't blow up the house, but it would literally tear down part of the garage.
Part of the garage.
Yeah, and if you were in there, it could definitely hurt it.
Even worse, he says if he hadn't been there to turn off the electricity, Jenny could have been in even more danger. Don to the rescue.
You're safe now, but you don't want to turn it back on. We also turned off the electric power to it. That way
I'm just gonna let
you
that
won't
go.
get electrocuted by stepping in the water or touching it. So it's completely safe now. You just need to get it replaced.
Explosion? Electrocuted? I head downstairs to speak with Don.
Hey.
Hey, so what's happening? What do we got going on?
What's going on is basically the tank's going to be filled up with pressure, and the hard water deposits that we have in Arizona will start to eat through the tank.
It's time for me to let Don know he's failed to spot a simple problem.
Well, here's what I think. I think that you're lying to me.
I'm lying to you?
Yeah.
Why would you think that?
Because I know that all you have to do is tighten that and the problem goes away.
This thing right here?
Yeah. You know how I know?
Well, you tell me, I guess.
Okay. It's something you have to know.
Okay.
And that I'm Chris Hanson with Dateline NBC.
Okay.
And we're doing a story on the quality of work done by repairmen.
Mm-hmm.
And we had experts inspect this and actually set up this scenario by loosening this.
Okay.
Okay. So what you did was come in here and try to hustle Jenny into a new hot water heater and charge her about double the going rate for installing it.
Right, but the water heater's also under warranty. I didn't have to tell you that, but I did.
But all I had to do was look down here and see that.
Okay.
But what you did do was tell her that this water heater could explode, that it could take down the garage.
It could. Part of the garage, that's what I said.
Part of the garage.
I didn't say it would blow up the house.
That was an exaggeration.
Okay. All right, well, you guys can have fun here.
Well, why would you do that? Don't you think you give other repairmen a bad name by doing something like this? You told her she needed something she didn't need. She does need a water heater. She does not. A water heater works perfectly. Anything else you want to say?
See you on the news.